Hello and welcome back to Film Live at NAB 2016. We're here on the Blackmagic stand to talk to Tim about the first new product of a range of new announcements that Blackmagic have, and this is the 4K Video Assist. A bit of an upgrade or larger unit to the Video Assist that came last time, but here to tell us a little bit more about it is Tim. Hi Tim, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you Ben. Thank you for coming to see us.
No worries. So, what have you got? What's in the hand?
Oh, there's a bunch of new products at the show. There's some fantastic new announcements that we have. This is one of them. This is the new Blackmagic design Video Assist 4K. This is an evolution of the Video Assist product that we launched last year. It's been incredibly successful, and the feedback from customers has been awesome. But that was a HD only product. And with our range of 4K cameras, and also with the increasing number of 4K cameras that are in the market, we wanted to make something that was similar in terms of its price, performance, size, but make it available as 4K. So this is the Blackmagic Video Assist 4K. It's priced at $895. It's shipping now. It's in stock around in our global offices. So if anybody wants to have a look at one, or is looking for something like this, and this fits their need, then they're available this week.
And how does that price compare to the HD version?
It's slightly more expensive. The HD version is about $495, so it's a little bit more expensive. But there's a few major differences between the two. The first thing is the new Video Assist 4K has a 7-inch touchscreen. So
it's bigger.
It's bigger, physically bigger. It's a HD resolution touchscreen, but it's physically bigger, so that makes a bit of a difference. But also in terms of its recording options and its connectivity, the first thing is it's 4K, and it will record 4K as either ProRes or DNxHD. So you have that choice depending upon the platform and the NLE that you choose to be working on. But it also has some changes in terms of connectivity. The first things that you'll notice are it has mini XLR inputs. So for a professional audio, then you have the option of using mini XLR, unlike the other version which is using a 3.5mm jack. So you've got professional connections for audio. Now, big improvement that this is going to make is first of all a very, very low noise floor. So in terms of capturing clean audio, especially if you're using a 4K camera, maybe it's a 4K camera where you're not happy with the codec that's being used on that camera or the sensor that's being used on that camera, and you want something that's a higher bit depth and you want a better post-production codec, then this is a good solution because you can bypass both the video and you can bypass the audio, because likelihood is if the video isn't that great, then probably the audio isn't that great either. So this is a good solution for solving that problem.
So that's good, but for people that don't know, it's not just locked into Blackmagic cameras, right? You can use it across lots of different cameras.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the design of this was really for people who aren't shooting on a Blackmagic camera, simply because our cameras are designed to shoot into post-production codecs, so it makes it very easy then to go through post. But if you're using a camera that doesn't have maybe the high bit depth in terms of image quality, if it doesn't record into a post-production codec, and you've got a great camera, but actually some of those things that you'd really like, this is a really fantastic solution, because for a very relatively low cost, whether it's Video Assist or the Video Assist 4K, you can then capture into a post-production orientated codec with professional quality audio without having to upgrade your camera. And if you do on a Blackmagic camera, there's a value there as well. So I could go out on my Ursa and I can shoot RAW, but I might then also want to have a ProRes proxy. So I could have one of these attached and I can record a ProRes HD proxy to this, and I can still record 4K RAW into my Ursa. So I think it has a really strong value for anybody who's perhaps shooting today and actually wants to improve the quality of their image, improve the quality of their audio, and then smooth out their post-production process.
And it's SD card it records onto, isn't it?
So on the side it has SD cards, so that makes it quick and easy then to connect it into your laptop. Most computers have an SD card, or laptops have an SD card socket. It has 2 SD cards, so it can loop record, so you're never going to run out of space. The other nice thing about this is that it has 2 UHS-II high-speed SD slots. So you can use the high-speed cards if you're shooting 4K. If you're shooting HD, you can use a slower speed card, but you know that you've got the capability within the hardware then to run the high-speed cards when you need them.
So what's the power options on this unit?
So you've got a couple of different power options. First thing is, on the back, you have the ability to put 2 Canon LPE6 compatible batteries. So it means you've got redundant power, so it doesn't run simultaneously or run off one or the other, so you can remove one and change it. Now, to complement that, you also have a 12-volt DC power input on the side. So I can now run this either off a mains charger. While it's plugged in to a 12-volt DC source, it will also charge the batteries that are on the back. So it gives you a nice way then to charge and keep it operational. But then you can also run 12-volt off a DTAP and then run it off a V-lock battery. So you have that flexibility of choice.
Do you guys supply a DTAP adapter, or is that you just pick it up?
No, so that would be an optional accessory.
So I think one of the interesting things for this unit is you guys have the micro studio 4K camera, and I've saw a demo where you can connect that to it, and now you can have the ability to capture 4K through that screen and have all the options. So can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, I think it makes it a really powerful solution. I mean, the 4K studio camera is always designed for studio use on the basis that there is no internal recording mechanism, but it is a 4K camera. Adding something like this gives you a huge amount of flexibility. First of all, from a studio use, I've now got a beautiful 7-inch viewfinder, so it becomes really easy to use. The other value, of course, is now I can record an ISO record directly from that studio camera, so I don't necessarily have to use it as a studio camera. But yeah, you get the ability then to record a 4K file directly into ProRes or DNxHD from that camera. Or alternatively, you could record a HD file straight into this. So it gives you that flexibility of choice. The studio camera has a couple of options. If you come out SDI from the studio camera, you get a 4K signal, you get an Ultra HD feed. If you come out HDMI, you also get a 1080 feed. So it means I've also then got a nice 1080 ISO record from that camera that I can record into ProRes.
I think that's a really nice option to have, and it just gives you a bit more ability with that little micro studio camera. So that's great.
Those little studio cameras designed to be put in places that can perhaps be a little bit more obscure, harder to reach, and that was the reason why we didn't put a screen on the back of those cameras, because we wanted the controls to be on the front of the camera because of its physical location. And this becomes a really nice portable monitor, either this or the smaller video assist, to keep in your pocket, and then you can just plug it in over an SDI cable or HDMI, ensure that your framing is correct on that camera before you leave that camera in situ, and then control it remotely from Atom. So just as a small portable engineering type monitor, actually these become really valuable because of their price point, the flexibility, and also the number of inputs and outputs that they have on the side. Yeah.
Great. There we have it. The 4K video assist from Blackmagic. We're going to have a look at some of the other exciting stuff that Blackmagic have. Until next time, see you soon.